FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. We are underway. Sheffield United kicking towards the Bramall Lane end, as they prefer to do. Blackburn with a couple of early touches as they take the kick off. John Egan will get the header downfield. McBurney, good touch on the far side. He's going to be tackled quickly in there by Pickering, and the ball is out of play for a Blades throw far side.
You know, the Blackburn players are going to be really apprehensive. They've got the crowd to deal with, but they also know first half in the away match recently, we outplayed them totally. They're going to be very nervous of this. Hope we can get at them really early and you know, let them know that we really do mean business.
Travis with a little punt forward to Brereton Diaz. Ball over the top. Hedges is coming in off the right hand side towards the edge of the box. Shot from the left hand side. Robinson's back there. There's several blue and white shirts around as Robinson will get the ball away. It nearly sat up very nicely there for Brereton Diaz to get his shot away. So an early sighter there for Blackburn, who got a bit of space through the middle.
Yeah, I just got sour taste in my mouth there. I was so scared. They got a real good opportunity. Just when I said I hope we get at them, they really had a good chance. I'm surprised Diaz didn't get his shot off, because it was bouncing really well for a striker to kick into the ground there.
Well, this is second against fifth in the Championship. The Blades 9 points clear of Blackburn after yesterday's result. Sheffield United still have a 3-point advantage over Middlesbrough, with a game in hand as well. Middlesbrough winning yesterday. Iliman Ndiaye will be fouled in the middle of the park by the Liverpool loanee Tyler Morton. So the Blades can settle down a little bit now. Sander Berge will leave it short for Tommy Doyle, who, as Carl said earlier, had such a wonderful game playing in the holding role in the last round when Sheffield United beat Tottenham Hotspur by a goal to nil. Iliman Ndiaye coming up with the moment of magic as Wes Foderingham has taken a chance at the back. He has nearly let Gallagher in. It's going to go out off the corner flag on the far side, and that's not what you want to see from your goalkeeper in the second minute of the game.
To be fair, he took a big touch earlier on in the game as well. That'll really, you know, we got away with that there, and just hopefully he'll be a lot sharper going forward. That we don't want to invite them on.
So a nervy moment at the back for the Blades in front of the Kop end. Blackburn looking to work it far side. Brereton Diaz is there. Ahmed Hodzic will intercept. Baldock will poke it down the line, looking for the run of James McAtee. Fabulous goal that he scored at Sunderland in the week. Great body shape and balance to bend the ball into the corner. Sheffield United, who needed a big performance in the week after what was a horrible performance against Luton last weekend, they got one, got themselves back on track. It felt big, didn't it, in the week, Carl, for several reasons. It was a massive result, but the performance was huge. It's one of the best first 45 minutes I've seen this Blades team put in. Every player, 1 to 11, were perfect. 3 minutes gone at the lane, 0-0. Nice touch here by Morton, but McBurney is in there. Travis, a little strong to the near side for Rankin Costello. Now Ndiaye will try to go through the legs. It's going to be intercepted here by Hedges. Hedges will get it away down the right side for Blackburn Rovers. Sam Gallagher will stride away. John Egan's going with him. Gallagher crosses it, deflects off Egan. It's going to be taken by Wes Foderingham in the Blades goal. Good settler for him as he gets his hands on the ball. Really apparent at the moment. Blackburn, when they break, they're breaking with 4. They're not willing to commit any more. The 4, and then the rest of the players are staying deep. Such is their fear of our strike force. Good work by McBurney and Ndiaye in the centre circle. Now Max Lowe out on the left for Paul Heckingbottom's side. Both Heckingbottom and McCall in the technical area, arms folded, studiously watching the opening to this one. Here's the Bosnian international, Ahmed Hodzic. Tommy Doyle, that's a poor pass from him, gives the ball away to Gallagher. But thankfully there's a little ricochet that takes it back to John Egan. Well, Sheffield United can replicate anything like the 3-0 victory against Blackburn earlier on this season here back in August, when Iliman Ndiaye got a couple. Nice return pass by McAtee looking for McBurney through the middle. Iliman Ndiaye scored a worldie that day, another one from his own half. Ollie Norwood came up with a brilliant free kick as well. That's a poor clearance by Pears for Blackburn. Here's Max Lowe, just gets shoved off the ball at the back by Hayden Carter. And it's a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers, but already, Carla Saba, 4.5 minutes gone. This is shaping up to be a good cup tie. Yeah, good cup tie, but what I liked there was Sander Berge drove, played the ball into McBurney for it to come back and then through. That's when I think we're the best with McBurney, when we use him for the initial first pass. Don't go straight in behind direct. Use McBurney, he retains possession well, and then get the McAtees, get the Ndiayes running off him. Well played Sander Berge, well played McBurney.
5 gone, kick to be taken by the former Borough keeper Ainsley Pears. Thomas Kaminski back on the bench today. Here's George Baldock, preferred today to Jayden Bogle for the 2nd game in a row. Hooks it towards halfway. Illiman and Jai looks to use his strength. It's going to drop down here for Lowe, who's going to need to be aware that Ryan Hedges is coming back. Then Travis goes into the tackle on Lowe and bursts away, plays it through the middle. Gallagher had gone a little too early, so the ball goes through to Wes Fodringham, but Blackburn Rovers are breaking well early in the game.
Yeah, if we dwell on it, once you take over 2 touches, they're on you. Really have to be focused.
Well, header clear and away from the back by Carter. Now the Blades work it from Njai into McAtee. Right hand side now for George Baldock. Sander Berger, the Norwegian international, will help it out to Ahmed Hodzic. 1-2 in there with Baldock. Plays it infield quickly to Doyle. Decent spell of possession here for Paul Heckingbottom's men at Bramall Lane, where we've played 6 and it's 0-0. Berger into Robinson, out of his feet, prodded ball out to the far side for Baldock. Offside flag goes up late. It'll be a free kick to Blackburn Rovers on the far side, just a few yards infield.
Good match, isn't it? Really intense, as you'd expect. FA Cup, normally intense. This is a quarter-final with so much at stake. This is the match you lose at. You don't get the big draw, the Wembley appearance.
3rd quarter-final for the Blades in 4 seasons. Chelsea a couple of years ago denied the Blades at the Bridge. Arsenal the year before that, when Sheffield United were very close to taking that one to extra time. McGoldrick on the score sheet and just narrowly losing to the team that looks on course to win the Premier League this season. Here's Njai on halfway. He's got the ball from McBurney. Out to the right-hand side now, back for McBurney. Can McBurney cross? He can. It's going to come back out. Can Sander Berger get in the box? Well, he could, but he was tackled well by Morton. It looked like he could have got there, as Blackburn will try and play it down the left-hand side for Ben Brereton Diaz. The ball's back from Ahmed Hodzic. It is end-to-end. We have played 7.
Brilliant from McBurney and Njai, and the energy off the ball there from McAtee, bursting the gut to try and get in the box, was great to see. A little stronger in the tackle you'd want from Sanderberg, but we know that's not the big part of his game.
Ball through, excellent as well, onside, James McAtee, 1-on-1 on goal, saved by Pears. It's going to come out to the edge of the box. The flag stayed down. We do have VAR in operation here at Bramall Lane today, so it would have been interesting to see whether it belatedly would have been flagged, but a big chance there for McAtee 1-on-1, although it was an acute angle, Carl.
Yeah, huge moment, just like the Tuesday night away at Sunderland. He opened his body out so well, but that one, as you say, he was a little further out, bit of a tougher angle, and it was a bit telegraphed for the keeper. But no, great ball, and the boys' intent to get in behind is really apparent at the moment. Great start, Blades.
Well, hopefully we'll manage to have another look at that in a short while. I'm sure it might have been tight, but you know, he was through. It was a good chance. That's a wonderful tackle there by Anel Ahmed Hodzic, and now Tommy Doyle will race forward towards the edge of the area, sidesteps his man. Doyle will strike, hits it well. Central though, straight at Pears. Really good burst by Tommy Doyle. You can see the confidence in him, just couldn't find the corner.
Yeah, Tommy Doyle, I've been a big advocate. I love Tommy Doyle. All season he's been solid. Best at worst, you're getting a solid 7 from him when he's on song. Just like then, he's just gone through challenges, made 30 yards up and got a tackle away, shot away. Brilliant player, great intensity. Well done, Tommy.
Clearance here by Jack Robinson. George Baldock looked like he was fouled from behind by Brereton Diaz, and is. So free kick to the Blade, central position, 30 yards from goal, 9 played, it's 0-0.
But again, a massive moment came from an incredible tackle from Anel. In last round and against Spurs, he was massive. Today he started so well. When he's on the front foot and he's pressing, he's a brilliant defender. Great acquisition.
Egan. Big booming ball out from the Irish international out to the left-hand side for Max Lowe. Takes the ball in his chest and returns it back to halfway for Robinson. Cruyff turn from Robinson is casually done. Here's Doyle, flick back. Sheffield United just starting to find their rhythm a bit in the game now. Here's Berger. Well, sidesteps Morton. That's brilliant from Sander Berger. Illiman and Njai will come through. Berger tried to play him away. Well, that's what Sander Berger can do. Within a flash there, was away from his man and ghosting forward.
Just brilliant. When he drives with the ball, no one can live with him. You know, when he's being positive and he's in the right mindset, he is a cut above at this division.
Well, we've played 10. It's been a fabulous start to this game of football. You can't take your eyes off it as Njai will roll his man on halfway and he'll play it away to the right-hand side for McBurney. Low ball into the area needed. McAtee made an early run. McBurney will cut back heel into George Baldock. Baldock will play it off a Blackburn player. It's going to go out far side for a Sheffield United throw-in, only a couple of yards from the goal line.
Mesmerising from Njai. Just takes people on, goes round them like they're not there. Incredible close control.
Berger back towards halfway for Egan in the sunshine at Bramall Lane with a shade across half of the field. Back to the left-hand side for Lowe into the area. It's going to have to be played behind by Ryan Hedges. The first corner of the game goes to the men in red and white.
Real pressure at the moment. The only way you can see them getting in is through our mistakes. We're totally on top at the moment. The atmosphere is brilliant, but the boys' play is brilliant as well.
It's going to be Tommy Doyle to come across and take this. A few boos from the away end. Good reception from the Sheffield United supporters in the far gangways of the South Stand, the Tony Curry stand. Doyle to a central area. Egan's there. Well, nobody's really appealing for anything, but it looked like there was some holding going on, but probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's been cleared downfield. West Fodringham has it as Sheffield United will reset. John Egan's just protesting to Tim Robinson that he thought he was having his shirt pulled.
Where's VAR?
Well, we'll see if anything gets looked at. Here's Njai. Ahmed Hodzic into the back line for John Egan. Ball over the top here looking for McBurney. Turns and flicks the header in field. Travis gets it down. Morton will go back into the back line here.
Just trying to calm it down, aren't they, Blackburn? They've been under pressure for 10 minutes. They've got to try and get a foothold in the game now.
Dominic Hyman, Hayden Carter, who've established a really good central defensive partnership for Yondal Thomason's side in his first season in charge. That's an excellent header from Max Lowe forward. Here's Njai, who's purring today. He's getting away from 2 and 3, but then eventually gets tackled as he goes to ground. Morton will try and bring it forward, but Berger's there, and Egan will take the ball off his man. Egan will try and carry it forward here, overstretches a little bit and loses out, and Blackburn Rovers will now come forward. Jack Robinson beats Gallagher to the ball and hooks it into the south stand just below us to throw into Blackburn Rovers in the middle of the Sheffield United half right-hand side.
Really committed performance from Blades. Everyone's on top, you know. They're doing so well. They've just got to look up Doyle marshalling people. Max Lowe on the front foot today. He's won all his headers, getting in front of his defender, attacker.
13 gone. Robinson in. Another good tackle from him.
Zorba Thomas is a massive miss for Blackburn. He was excellent in the last league match against us.
Well, Ryan Hedges, the man to come in today. He got one of the goals in midweek as Blackburn beat Reading 2-1. 6 wins in 7 for Blackburn going into this, including that victory against United a couple of weeks ago. The 1 defeat away at Stoke the other Friday, 3-2. Here's Robinson down the left for Lowe, over halfway, and Njai slipped but somehow still controls it, and he's found some space on the right hand side that George Baldock's going to run into. Sander Berger's coming back. Berger 30 yards from goal, thinks about a strike but plays it into the area for McAtee. McAtee to the goal line, pulls it back for Baldock. United just overplaying once again. There was a chance there for Berger to have a hit, so too for McAtee, more so for Berger, but Sheffield United have recycled it well here. Jack Robinson looking to build again. Egan on halfway, he's got Gallagher with him, but Egan steps forward. Gallagher puts the pressure on. Ahmed Hodzic will go back to halfway here for Sander Berger. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. 14 minutes gone at the Lane in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Berger into Njai, good triangle. McAtee has it, looks to cut away from Morton. Still going McAtee, he's going to try and get to the byline. McAtee goes down, like he might have handled it in the process, but he's got back to his feet and worked the ball back out to Baldock on the right. Here's Berger, infield to Njai. First time touch back to Tommy Doyle, who keeps the ball moving to the left-hand side for Jack Robinson. Robinson strides forward now, thinks about the shot momentarily, then works it to the left-hand side to Max Lowe. Good period of play this from the Blades, but they're going to get tackled here. But Illiman and Njai has worked back and beaten 3 Blackburn Rovers players to the ball as they thought they'd intercepted it.
This is mesmerising, the way the boys are playing, moving, just fantastic.
Well, it's chalk and cheese compared to the performance against Luton.
No, it's a different team, surely.
Here's Ahmed Hodzic, forward for McAtee. Looks to work away from his man. Close control once again. Both he and Jive, the ball just seems to stick to their boots.
Different sport. They play a different sport to what I played.
Doyle finds McAtee, 30 from goal, works in field. McAtee will drill it. It's going to come off the back of Travis and then bounce once and go out of play for the Blades' second corner of the game. 0-0 at the lane.
Look, even Stuart McCall there clapping. Can't ask any more. This is exactly how the management will have wanted the players to play. Very rarely you see a team take a game like this. You know, it's an FA Cup match, it's a one-off, and we're being totally dominant. Brilliant. So quiet as well, the away supports. They've had very little to cheer.
Well, Doyle will go and retrieve the ball. We'll spot it on the far side in front of John Street. A brief hush as the crowd wait for the corner. Doyle whips it in, looking for Ahmed Hodzic. I think it's going to come off an L and go well wide of goal.
Comes in with some real heat, the corners off Doyle, doesn't he? He doesn't just put them in an area, he absolutely rockets them there. I like Doyle.
Again, he and McAtee have really grown throughout the season, particularly McAtee in terms of growth, but you can see even Tommy Doyle now looking just at that extra level.
With Doyle, it's more the belief.
Yeah.
You know, he's always been good, and when the ball goes to him, you know he believes he can just open people up or go past them. McAtee's just a phenomenon. You know, he is so skillful. It must be a nightmare to play against.
Egan is going to get beaten to the ball there by Schmodix. Brereton Diaz down the left, go beyond Ahmed Hodzic, goes to ground, wasn't much in it. There was a bit of a coming together, I think for a second. Ben Brereton Diaz was thinking about appealing for something, but didn't in the end, and it's a goal kick to Sheffield United in front of the Cop End.
Thankfully they're living off scraps, the Blackburn strikers. Our defenders have been really good, but it's the attacking nature of our play that's just taken demand of this game.
McBurney trying to win it on halfway. Morton, that's nice from him on the far side for Blackburn. Now Lewis Travis, the skipper, away down the left-hand side here. Morton to the byline, pulls it back, and it's going to be turned towards goal by Gallagher. Important touch by Robinson, I think, in the box. It's going to hit the bar and go over the top, but from nothing there, Blackburn Rovers, a big opportunity for them, and Gallagher really probably should have done better.
A really huge moment. They'll be devastated because that should have been a goal. A brilliant cutback, no real pace on it. He only had to lend it back into the corner where it had come, but he managed to contrive to go to the wrong side, and Robbo blocked it. But yeah, that's a huge let-off. You know, we were in total control, and that's come from nowhere.
So corner kick to Blackburn, near side. Referee's assistant is stood in front here. There is a check for a possible penalty for handball ongoing. We can see the check on the big screen. We are waiting here. We've not seen any replays. We haven't seen any today at all. Normally we do get some replays at Bramall Lane on some of the screens that were installed in the Premier League years, and the fact that this check is going on for a period of time, I can only think it was Robinson on the floor and the ball has hit him and potentially gone over that way. And the referee is going to the monitor here on the far side. So we are yet to see this. The Blackburn Rovers fans think they're about to get a penalty kick here. Well, both benches are out there. Stuart McCall is having a conversation here with Anthony Taylor. The chant comes of VAR from the away end. Tim Robinson has gone over on the far side. The screen is John Street side of the ground. Anthony Taylor is the fourth official today. 19.5 played at the lane. It's 0-0, but innocuously nobody even thought about a penalty off this, and the referee is still looking at this. There are now boos from the home fans. Boo! Referee marches onto the field of play, blows his whistle. Penalty is given. Penalty for Blackburn Rovers. The away end goes jubilant. We haven't seen a replay. We can only presume that it is
what's happening.
we're just managing to see it on social media, and it is the shot from Gallagher that has hit Robinson's arm. It is a yellow card for Robinson.
Was it a pen?
He's so close together and his arms are out by his side. It's up by a couple of yards. It's one of them where it's so unfortunate. There's not a lot that Robinson can do, but his arm wasn't entirely by his side, and the referee has given the penalty here. It is Ben Brereton Diaz who will step up for Blackburn Rovers to try and give them the advantage and to try and put themselves a step closer to a Wembley semi-final in front of the Kop end. The Blades fans are doing their best. Brereton Diaz strikes. Fodringham guesses right down to his left-hand side, but Brereton Diaz hits it with brilliant pace in there. It's his 14th of the season. It's a controversial penalty given by VAR, but Blackburn Rovers have the lead here at the Lane in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Sheffield United 0, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Yeah, totally against the run of play. And what's really disappointing is the match officials, the on-pitch officials didn't flag. There was no actual request for a penalty from the Blackburn players. Absolutely heartbreaking, but the boys have got to carry on. They've been dominant. They played so well. The fans haven't started, they're there now. The fans are getting the boys back up.
There's some instructions coming on here from the Blackburn bench. So there's a sheet of paper coming on that is being passed around the Blackburn players from the bench.
It'll be cross your fingers. That's all they can hope for. They need.
Well, it looks potentially like they're going to 3 at the back, maybe. Well, still the sheet of paper is being handed around here. Finally, Tim Robinson, the referee, will get the game back underway. So yeah, a little switch around. It looks like Rankin, Costello, Carter and Hyam have gone into a 3, with Hedges dropping back into a wing-back position and Pickering the same on the left-hand side. That's certainly the indication. Jack Lester out into the ear of Anthony Taylor. Well, the Blades had to do it the hard way back in '93 when they beat Blackburn to get through to the semis. Mitch Ward was the hero with a couple of goals, one in normal time and one in extra time, before Alan Kelly saved a penalty and John Pemberton smashed home the winning spot kick. Long way to go today, but it is advantage to the Red Rose over the White Rose. Here's Gallagher from the far side. Baldock away.
Need to try and get the ball again now, settle things down. They were playing so well.
Little touch from Sammy Schmodix. Ball into the back here for Brereton Diaz, cleared away by John Egan. Well, the Kop aren't happy. There's plenty of frustration around here, Carl. I suppose you can just hope that this just adds a bit of fuel to the players and that they settle back down quickly.
Got to settle down. I know when a goal goes against you and the atmosphere is like this, it's hard to get your thoughts and to calm yourselves, but our boys are so good technically. That's what they need to do. They need to recompose.
Here's Iliman Njai looking to work away on the far side. Goes beyond Rankin Costello. Ball out of play for a Blades throw on halfway. 24 minutes gone at Bramall Lane. Blades 0, Blackburn 1. Egan out from the back to the left-hand side for Jack Robinson. Robinson into the channel looking for McAtee. Max Lowe's on the overlap. McAtee will find him. 3 Blackburn players come across to the near side. They do manage to intercept, and then it's cleared away from the back there.
What we need to do now, if they're going to go with a flat back 5, our midfielders, Berg and McAtee and Doyle, they need to shoot from distance. They need to draw people out to pop pressure on the ball, knowing that if they don't, there's going to be a shot on target, and that will draw the 5 out.
Well, Ahmed Hodzic has stayed forward a little bit here for Sheffield United, but the ball's going to get returned back to Ainsley Pears in the Blackburn goal. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. 20 minutes to the break at Bramall Lane. The Blades behind. Stepping out from the back here is Carter. Tackled by Tommy Doyle. Out to play for a Blackburn throw in front of the Sheffield United dugout just in front of us. This is our fourth big match commentary of a big weekend here on Football Heaven that all started with the Owls draw against Bolton on Friday night. Chesterfield with that big win at Woking yesterday. Barnsley with a huge win at Wickham. Doncaster defeated at Salford. Rotherham's game with Cardiff, of course, postponed yesterday due to the torrential downpour at the New York. And Tuesday night, join us for a South Yorkshire derby as Barnsley face Sheffield Wednesday in a huge game in League One. Sheffield United looking to bring the ball out from the back here. Here's Robinson on the left. Over the top looking for Ollie McBurney. Tries to chest it. It's going to come off Hayden Carter and go out of play. One of a number of Rovers trainees in the starting 11. It's something that Blackburn do really well in terms of getting the youngsters through. Here's McBurney. And Njai, great work. It's congested and tight near side as Robinson feeds it forward. McBurney onto Lowe. Back there is Ryan Hedges, tries to clear. It's blocked by Lowe and then smashed downfield by Hedges all the way down the Blackburn right. It'll bounce a couple of times and go out of play for a Blades throw-in that John Egan will take quickly into Wes Fodringham.
Robbo there's just played into their hands there. They've got 5 at the back. He's just locked it long from back to front to McBurney. You've got the players free in midfield. If you take time, you'll find the right player.
Doyle. Ball over the top down the right. Baldock comes forward. He's going to get there as well, George Baldock, and he's going to win a corner. Fabulous work by the Blades. Third corner of the game. Need to try and get an effort on goal from this one.
Brilliant from Tommy Doyle. He's really doing the Norwood role with some added effect with the energy and the tackles and the up and down nature he's got. He really sprays the ball well. Great from Boulders as well. Great, you can't ever say a bad word about Boulders, can you?
So the Blades have a corner. Looking to respond here, a goal down against Blackburn in the FA Cup. Doyle whips it again with pace, coming in is Egan, it's out to the edge of the box for Lowe, strikes it, deflected it in! Max Lowe! All of 30 plus yards from goal. Totally deceived was Ainsley Pears. What a moment to pick a goal, and the Blades players are geeing up the crowd. Big response, big hit. Carlos Arbor wanted players to shoot from distance. Lowe has obliged, and the Blades are back level. It's Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 1.
Really great corner. Doyle's been hitting them in with such force. I just want to see the replay on the strike now. He hit it so true. He sliced it slightly off the outside of his left foot, but didn't get a deflection. Incredible whatever. Brilliant Max Lowe.
Well, I'm not sure whether it took a touch off a Sheffield United player or a Blackburn player on the way through, so if it's a Blackburn player it's Lowe's goal. If it's not, it may well not be, but there's a flare, couple of red plumes of smoke on the left hand side coming in off there. We're not getting replays on the big screen. Thankfully we've got a colleague with some social media that's enabling us to try and have a look at a few things. That's how we got to see the replay a minute ago, as they're just waiting for this flare to be dealt with and put into a bucket. It's a great hit from Lowe.
Was there a deflection or was it straight in?
No, I'm sure there's a deflection in the middle. We kind of need to see a full frontal angle in a minute, as Tim Robinson's just waiting to restart the game here for Blackburn Rovers, who do get it underway. Blackburn play it down the left-hand side.
Oh, it's a huge deflection.
Well, I think it's Brereton Diaz actually who it might. It's Gallagher who it's come off, and actually I think Lowe's strike was going wide from what I've just seen, so it'll probably be a Gallagher own goal.
There you go. Don't shoot, don't score. Don't necessarily have to be on target, but they have to be shot.
Crossing from the left-hand side for Blackburn. Sheffield United will look to get the ball away down the left. Tim Robinson didn't play the advantage. That's why the home fans are very frustrated here.
He's having a dizzy 5 minutes, the referee, isn't he? He's trying to do right for doing wrong.
Well, it's a big deflection off Sam Gallagher. Sheffield United won't care a jot, really. It's a shame it's not Lowe's goal because he doesn't get many. He got one close to the start of the season. Would have only been his second Blades goal. Ainsley Pears has it, but big response from the Blades, Carla Saba.
Massive. You know, look, we said they've been playing really, really well and they had to just keep focus. Brilliant from Maxlow taking the shot on, great delivery. Now let's hope they can compose again and take this game on by the scruff of the neck yet again.
Low infield to Iliman and Jai. 1-2 with McAtee. And Jai now onto the right-hand side for Ahmed Hodgett into the area. Berger's there just over the top of his head for Haim to clear. Tommy Doyle tries to flip the ball to the near side. Ryan Hedges is back there, being forced to turn around here by McBurney. Hedges will clear it into a central area. Be interesting now, Carl, to see if Blackburn revert back to the 4 at the back. Now it's level.
Well, it looks like
it doesn't look so at the minute. They look like they're sticking with the 3.
I don't think they believe they can beat us going toe-to-toe. They're just going to try and absorb and hit us if we make a mistake. They look properly scared of our players.
Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. 14 to the break. 1-1 at Bramall Lane. Here's Travis. Square into Rankin Costello. McBurney's getting back, tries the slide tackle, can't make it. The shot comes in from Rankin Costello. Jack Robinson is there, goes too heavy into the next challenge for Hedges. He got yellow carded off the penalty, and he is going to have to be very, very careful now, Jack Robinson. I think the referee initially started to go for his pocket and then realised who it was. Jack Robinson is a lucky boy because he got the first one right, but then he's gone strong into the second one and missed the ball, and technically, Carl, that's a yellow card.
All day long, that's a yellow. That's what it's a referee having a dizzy 5 minutes, and I think he's just trying to not make headlines.
Well, he's on a final warning now, Jack Robinson. It would not surprise me at all if we saw Chris Basham at half-time or in the second half.
Yeah. If you were Thomason now, you'd be fuming, because that was it's just consistency, isn't it? We all say it. That was a second booking.
And they can only look at it, I think, again, if it's a possible red card and not a yellow on VAR. It wasn't a straight red, it was just a badly timed tackle. Here comes the free kick from Blackburn. Morton into the middle, header, goal! Was big save, Foderingham. Huge save. Up from the back was Haim. Rose met it well. Corner to the visitors. Near side here for Hedges. Big header from Dominic Hyam. Corner kick near side. Tyler Morton stands over it. The young Liverpool loanee. Short option in Hedges. Morton's in near post, and it's headed over the top by Gallagher. It's a really well executed corner routine. Gallagher just couldn't get the right connection on it.
Very lucky, you know. Balls into the box. They've been quite good, Blackburn. Got good height, good headers of the ball. We've got to be on their toes. Mark the runs.
Well, 12 minutes before the break, Carla Saba. This game's impossible to call right now.
FA Cup, incredible. Living up to the billing. Just hope the referee doesn't do anything silly. Well, saying that, he's let Robber on the pitch, so they'll be fuming, but...
Well, Egan will turn the ball back here. You're with Football Heaven this Sunday lunchtime. Thank you for your company wherever you are. Egan forward. Berger controls.
Go on, Sander.
3 Blackburn players around. He goes forward for Iliman and Jai, takes a touch out of his feet. Looked like he was fouled by Hedges, but stayed on his feet, so it wasn't given. Tommy Doyle, that's really good work to intercept on Sammy Schmodix, who's playing hell with the rest of his teammates for not telling him he had a man coming behind him. Here's Doyle, out to the left-hand side for Robinson. Forward for Njai. Neat turn once again from Njai into Robinson. It hits the back of his heel. He made an excellent run as Max Lowe will just clip his man coming out from the back. There'll be a free kick to Blackburn to the right of the box.
You got to say, the performance you're watching from Njai, you don't see this in the Premier League every week. He's levels of control, and the way he goes past people, we must get in the Premier League just to try and keep him, because he must be playing in the Premier League next year. What an absolutely incredible talent we've brought through.
Yeah, but he is a real pleasure to watch.
But his growth in the last 2 seasons, it's just been incredible. He's such an incredible player. Sorry for using incredible, but he is.
Egan with a clearance for the Blades. Final 10 minutes of the opening half. Tommy Doyle with an important back header towards Egan. 1-1 at the Lane. A reminder, we have to have a winner today. Extra time and penalties, all possible. Great keeping near side by Njai. Low forward to McBurney. Back from Berger to Doyle. Out to the left-hand side. 1-2 between Lowe and McBurney there, and Lowe is held off. Well, surely one of the 3 officials has to see this. Paul Heckingbottom is extremely animated. Anthony Taylor is sending people back here. Paul Heckingbottom will do well to keep his counsel here.
Wow, Stuart McCall's just grabbed him and flung him. The little man's still got the strength.
Anthony Taylor, one of the best referees in the country. Ball forward here for McBurney. Flick on. McAtee into the area. Can McAtee stand up the cross? He's looking for McBurney. It's going to be headed back near side. It's going to bounce and go out for a Blades corner kick near side. All adding fuel to the fire. This is a brilliant cup tie in the FA Cup.
Decisions from McAtee are through the roof at the moment. He's driven to the byline. Could have tried to bang it across the floor and hope someone knock it in, but no, he stood it up, hoping that he could find McBurney. Brilliant ball. But again, the play from Njai then keeping the ball.
Doyle with the corner near side. Everybody back defending for Blackburn towards the back stick. Pairs with a kind of a flap out really with both hands. It's cleared out far side of the field now. George Baldock will let it bounce and go out for a Sheffield United throw. John Street side.
Those corners from Doyle, every one of them's asking questions of their defence. They're not just floated to be attacked. They've got real pace and whip on them.
Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. Egan forward, and Njai with a flick through the legs. McBurney with a back heel, but doesn't get it right, much to the frustration of a few fans around, but Blackburn's clearance is poor. Now Doyle, 30 yards from goal, looks to play a through ball. Heim will get the header away, and Njai brings it down to the far side here for the Greece international George Baldock. Anel Ahmedhodzic from the back looks for a ball down the right channel for Njai, doesn't get it right, it goes behind for a goal kick.
No, but this is what the Blades fans deserve and what they want to see. The team really taking the match to the opposition at Bramall Lane. You know, the atmosphere is wonderful, the referees struggling, but the players are really doing themselves real justice.
Yeah, first Blades game of the season for Tim Robinson. Like I said, he did the 5th round tie between Leicester and Blackburn, where Blackburn won 2-1. Both these teams knocking out Premier League opposition in the 5th round, with Sheffield United beating Spurs here. That wonderful Iliman Njai goal when he came off the bench in the second half. Lowe plays it away to the left-hand side for McAtee here. Good defensive work there by Rankin Costello, who clears away. Hedges comes forward. Jack Robinson is there with an arcing ball down the left flank that stays in field. Rankin Costello will get back there. McBurney's away with him. Berger's coming forward to try and pressurise Morton. Cleared towards halfway. Brereton Diaz away from Ahmedhodzic, who tracked his man well. A Bosnian and a Chilean international here at Bramall Lane. Who'd have thought? Baldock scampers back. Marshals the ball out to play well ahead of Tyler Morton. We've got 6.5 to the break. Have been much better this season at home, Blackburn, than they have on their travels. 13 wins at Ewood Park compared to 6 on the road. Very much been their home form. Couple more wins at home than Sheffield United this year, and it's the Blades that are obviously in pole position at the minute for that second automatic promotion spot. Ball hit down the right, away from McBurney by Carter. Brereton Diaz far side, punches the pass back into his own half for the former Coventry man Heim. Now Carter will return it back to Ainsley Pears. Pears hits it long, straight down the throat to John Egan. Side foot cushion forward for James McAtee on the left. Helps it back over halfway for Maxlow. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Adam Oxley and Carla Saba with you at Bramall Lane. Fodringham with some backspin down the middle. It's away from Ollie McBurney. Not the best touch by Rankin Costello. Then he's going to put Carter under pressure. Iliman Njai was sniffing around, trying to get an interception. Pears will now whip it out to the left for Harry Pickering.
A little disappointing from McBurney there. You know, we saw on Tuesday night the raw energy and the will from Jebbo turning bad balls into good. McBurney's got that in his locker. You know, we saw earlier in the season when he's working and just chasing everything, he's a real handful. We don't want him to start being a diva and wanting the ball on his toes. That would take away the real edge from him.
Some space for Travis, brings in Rankin Costello. Ryan Hedges now on the right hand side, looks to cut in field on his left, crosses towards the back stick, looking for Brereton Diaz. Brilliant work by George Baldock, has to flick the header behind him for a Blackburn Rovers corner. Their third of the game. Both teams, when they're going forward, Carl, looking threatening.
Really good, but I'd love to see Boulders playing Serie A. Whatever he does, if it's good or bad, he has the hand gesticulations. He'd be top drawer over in Serie A.
Well, now he's got a Mediterranean flavour with Greece. I'm sure that there'll be plenty of arm waving on the Greece national team.
I think it'd be up in arms if he ever got sold. You know, the fans would be up in arms. He is such a great servant, and the energy and desire he brings to the team, just frightening.
Corner was taken short. Hedges has won another corner far side because George Baldock was well aware of what was happening and got the block on. Deflected the ball into the cop. 4 minutes to the break. Blackburn 1-1 here at Bramall Lane with the Blades. And it is the travelling Rovers, led by former Denmark international Jon Dahl Thomasen, who are looking to try and retake the lead. It's a swung-in corner this time. Jack Robinson has met it, heads it away as far as Pickering, who was the last man back. Now Lewis Travis, 25 yards from goal. Goes down the left-hand side here. Hedges will cross into the area. McBurney has to get that header clear. Baldock's there as well. It's not fully cleared, and Blackburn trying to work it. Max Lowe's in. McAtee tries to hold it up. Blackburn have done well. Back to Hedges near side now. Max Lowe will get back and defensively do well. Plays it off Hedges. Sheffield United throw near side, and you can hear the roar from the Blades fans as that little bit of pressure just lifts.
Yeah, he's having a really good game, Max Lowe. Did well there, managed to nip in, but then the clearance, he didn't panic, he knew what he was doing, he kicked it off their shin, got as a throw. Well appreciated by the Blaze fans.
Robinson with his long throw, aimed towards Njai, flicks backwards, but Heim was there to intercept away from Ollie McBurney. Harry Pickering down the left. Looking for the run of Brereton Diaz. Anel Ahmed-Hodzic goes with him. Brereton Diaz goes to ground, wanting a free kick. Referee Tim Robinson says no. And the cop gives Ben Brereton Diaz a bit of jip, I think it's called.
Yeah. I thought it was Robbo first, the way he went to the floor. Anel's not that vicious, is he? So yeah, Brereton did go a bit theatrically.
Former Forest man who's really found his scoring boots over the last few seasons. Starting to play for Chile has helped him as well. Here's Robinson with a header clear for the Blades. Max Lowe down the left, and Jai's there. 3 headers in a row, but it's going to come to Carter, who clears for Blackburn over halfway. 2 minutes left in the opening half here on Football Heaven. Appeals for hands against Morton. It's not given. Here's Baldock coming away down the right. Looked like he was fouled by Brereton Diaz and then Travis. The ball's going to be held up, and Baldock will take it quickly, a little too quickly, as it nearly got Sheffield United into trouble. They have to turn back here to Egan, and then Robinson forward for Njai. Even he struggles to cushion that one inside, but it's going to come here to Berger. Berger's to the edge of the area, gets past 2, tries to get a shot away, but Heim's there, cleared away. Met by Egan ahead of Gallagher down the middle. Tommy Doyle puts his foot over the top of the ball and assesses his options. Goes back to Jack Robinson. Former Forest defender goes down the left for Ollie McBurney. Here's Robinson. Chased down by Sam Gallagher. Now Egan pings it out to the right, Norwood style, into the chest of Baldock. Cleared away by Pickering. Throw Blades down the right. Carlos Saba.
Both wing-backs are taking up incredible positions. This formation, it really depends a lot on the wing-backs being brave and going upfield, and it allows Egan to strike the ball early, and it just as he did there. Brilliant from Boulders, but Max Lowe's doing just as well on the opposite flank.
Doyle into Berger. Good strength from the big Norwegian. Robinson in the centre circle. 15-yard pass to his right-hand side on halfway for Egan, who floats it down the right channel for Anel Ahmed-Hodzic. Ball just goes out of play. So it looks like it'll be a throw-in to the visitors here.
Really good performance. The only person I'd like a little bit more from is McBurney at the moment. I think you know, after the energy we've seen him give earlier in the season and the energy that Jebo gave on Tuesday, that's what that number 9 role needs, and we need a little more from him at the moment.
3 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half.
And he's well capable of it. You know, he's one of my favourite players. I think when he's on it, he's brilliant.
Fodringham looks down the left foot, and Jai, who backs into his man, is going to get the free kick here off Joseph Rankin Costello. So free kick opportunity for Sheffield United.
One of these vicious Doyle balls, in swinger, or will it be a McAtee out swinger?
Well, it's 15 yards in field, midway through the Blackburn Rovers half. Sheffield United left.
These are the ones that used to be taught, if you can aim at the penalty spot and bend it towards the far post, keepers' eyes are on the ball and on who's going to head it, and sometimes they can just sneak into the far post with one bounce.
As we saw at Sunderland in the week.
Come on, Tommy Doyle. No pressure, lad, but let's have another goal now.
Yeah, no pressure. 1 minute of the 3 added minutes played. McAtee and Doyle, these two Man City loanees, will look to take it. Doyle's going to whip it towards goal. Well, I think they were trying to catch the keeper unawares by a little stuttered free kick, and Doyle didn't quite hit it right.
Yeah, you normally try and do that when you think the opposition's going to play the offside, just to catch him out.
Travis down the near side. Max Lowe doesn't take any chances and clears away. Header away there by Travis into Brereton Diaz in a deep position. His ball over the top is going to bounce through to Wes Fodringham and the Sheffield United goal. A few Blades fans just making their way for a half-time pie or a beverage. It's a little milder today. Here's Njai, tackled well this time by Hyam, but he's going to get back and try and pressurise Brereton Diaz. Ball over the top. Robinson gets a header there, but he gets lucky as Gallagher slips to the ground. Doyle will clear down the left-hand side for the Blades. McBurney's there, but an important win by Hayden Carter coming out from the back to head the ball into touch for a Sheffield United throw with just a minute of the additional 3 to be played.
You've got to say, for all our dominance with possession and everything, Blackburn have had some really good chances. Oh, what a ball, Tommy Doyle.
Doyle goes crossfield here for Baldock, who takes it fantastically well in his touch. He's got Pickering with him. Berger to the goal line, holds up his man, pulls it back to George Baldock, needs an option here, comes back to Tommy Doyle, 30 yards from goal. Doyle will cross into the area. Ahmed Hodgic is free! Offside flag goes up. Ahmed Hodgic couldn't get the header on goal, but a devilish ball from Tommy Doyle, and it's wide for a goal kick.
Really great play. Sander Berg getting into that final channel where he's so strong. Laid it to Baldock. Baldock laid it quickly into Tommy Doyle, but he knew what to do. 2 touch, 1 touch, didn't even lift his head, whipped it in with his second touch into such a dangerous area. Having a great performance from Tommy Doyle. Brilliant play, Blades.
Well, that should be that once Ainsley Pears takes this kick, of which he does, and Tim Robinson will blow his whistle, and all 4 sides of Bramall Lane will stand and applaud what has been a wonderful first half here at the oldest professional football ground in the world. Blackburn Rovers taking the lead after 18 minutes, a penalty given after a VAR intervention. Jack Robinson adjudged to have blocked the ball over the top with his left arm from Gallagher's hit. Nobody appealed for it at the time. VAR gave it via Tim Robinson, the referee. Ben Brereton Diaz sticking the ball away. Wes Fodringham guessed correctly down to his left, but couldn't keep it out. The Blades responding well. 17 minutes before the break, the corner cleared out to Max Lowe, 30 yards from goal. Took it on the volley, and it took a huge deflection in off Sam Gallagher, which will be credited as an own goal, but it does mean it's level. Both teams have had other chances as well, and Carlos Arber, it's fabulously poised at half-time.
Yeah, it hasn't been a letdown of an occasion. Both teams have turned up. Really glad our Blades have shown attacking, the great skillful work from themselves. and I'm really happy for Max Lowe. You know, if one thing we've moaned about this season is the lack of shots. We've still scored loads of goals, but there's so much more room for more shots to be taken, and that's just proof to the pudding. You know, the shot was going nowhere on target, but because he had the courage to take it on, he got his reward. Obviously, the one thing we've got to be mindful of is Robbo. Robbo's on the booking, and the nature of his play, he can't withhold himself. He goes for everything. He's lucky to be on the pitch, but brilliant. Now we're going to be kicking towards the Kop as well, and that, as a player, there's no bigger lift. It's huge. So excited for them.
Probably the most important aspect of that first half is, again, like we saw in the week, United have gone a goal down today, like they did against Sunderland in the week, but they have responded well, didn't panic, settled themselves back down and got themselves back in it.
Yeah, that's happened a few times this season. You know, what I do like is they don't panic. They believe in themselves. They keep doing what they do, and they have belief in one another. If you change and you panic, you know, still goodwill, it can really mess up your game. And I think the management here have got through to the players that they are good. Well, you know, they're second in the league. They are good players, and they believe in themselves, and it was going to come. For me, the big thing now is the next 10 minutes with McBurney. I think he needs to up his game a little, because Jebo showed Tuesday he's a willing contender. That's the competition for places you have. McBurney needs to lift it. He's a great player, McBurney. I just feel that's the one position we can have a little more energy from. Everyone else has been great. Bit more from McBurney, and then we could be flying. If not, get Jebo on. He's shown he's he's got the energy, and he'd really trouble that Blackburn defence.
As much as the players in the second half, Carl, Paul Heckingbottom and Yondal Thomason have still clearly got a big role to make in this. They've both got 9 substitute options. They've both got good options on their benches. When they make a change, if they make a change, the potential for extra time, so many factors still involved in this game.
So many, and Yondal Thomason now will be mindful of his defender. Do not give away silly free kicks. Don't get the crowd involved. They're defending against our Kop, and it's massive. You've got to try and keep the Bramall Lane crowd subdued. Don't be fouling. Don't be doing anything impetuous. It's a tough ask for them. You want calm heads. What the Blades players have to do now, Njai needs the ball. Give the ball to Njai. Give it to McAtee. Give it to Berg. Let them dribble. Draw fouls, make their players make rash decisions, and get the fans involved. You know, it's such a great game that the psychology of it is we need the crowd involved, and the way you do it is by tackles and by exciting dribbling football.
Brilliantly poised here at Bramall Lane. Half-time then in this FA Cup quarter-final. It's Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 1.
BBC Radio Sheffield.
Weeknights from 6.
I'm in a very fortunate position to be able to represent GB.
Sport Heaven.
I've come over a few obstacles over the years, and I'm quickly back up because I love the sport and I'm so competitive, and I'll be 80 years old and still trying to put a bat in my hand and still be trying to play.
I remember Alan Shearer touching my head, and it was like the best day of my life. As footballers, we get put on a pedestal by kids, and I think we have a duty to give back.
Sport Heaven.
The problem we've had at the minute is when teams give us the ball, we haven't done enough with it, and that's the problem we're going to have to solve.
I can't complain. I think these guys are playing great, tough defence.
Any game in this league is important, and to get 3 points is good enough, but then to score and to win 8-0 and have such a great team performance was just amazing. Yeah.
Weeknights from 6.
BBC Radio Sheffield.
Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. So half-time here at the Lane, 1-1 between the Blades and Blackburn. The other two FA Cup quarter-finals today. Brighton Grimsby at 2:15, Man United Fulham at 4:30. 0-0 in the Championship for the 12:30 kick-off between Swansea and Bristol City. Right then, let's turn our attention to squash, and Hallamshire are Yorkshire Premier Squash League champions. It was a three-way title fight between Hallamshire, Dunnington and eventual runners-up Doncaster. Hallamshire's Nick Wall and Doncaster team manager and captain Joel Oscott joined Andy Giddings on Sport Heaven, and Nick explained what it means to be Yorkshire Premier League champion.
Yeah, it's nice. It's finally happened. I think it's the first time in the club's history that we've ever won the Yorkshire League title, so quite an important a win for the club, and it's good to get some recognition for Hallamshire Squash Club. But yeah, we've had a homegrown team this year, which is pretty special. And it went all the way to the last match with Doncaster and a few sort of friends of ours over there, but we were sort of
Friends? Yeah, I noticed you glanced at
frenemies
Joel.
maybe, but
questionable, but
that might not last another 10 or 15 minutes.
The last Yorkshire League match was a bit tense. Sort of, I think we needed 9 points to win the title, irrelevant of what anyone else did. So we knew what we needed to do, and we managed to get it done. Yeah,
it's a great achievement. But because it's the first, just place into some kind of historical context. Then the fact that you've done it.
Yeah, I mean, Hallamshire. I've only been playing for Hallamshire in Yorkshire League probably for the last 6 or 7 years, since I was a kid. And we've always had strong teams, but maybe inconsistent teams in terms of regular players. Players might have been away, or other teams have paid strong professionals to come and play for their teams. And this year we've had a really strong team all the way down the order, and regular players who have been really strong every match. And we've managed to win the majority of our matches, and by quite significant numbers, which has been good.
So name check a few of these people then.
Yeah, so there's me. I play at number 1 when I'm around, which is not too often, but often enough for when we need me. But when I'm not there, we're left in very good hands. We've got Nick Matthew, who's obviously a 3-time world champion.
He's okay.
So he's still very much challenging a lot of the pros that play at number 1 in the league. And giving them some very hard matches. And then down the order we've got Adam Turner, who's the head professional at Hallamshire Squash Club. We've got my dad plays a lot at 4, so that was an interesting one. He's been playing Yorkshire League for the last sort of 30 odd years, so he's a very experienced veteran and quite a tough competitor for a lot of the other teams to play against. And then we've got Ollie Turner at 5 most of the time, who's been probably one of the strongest number 5s in the league, which really helps because it's sort of don't want to say guaranteed win, but points on the board every match for him, which is great for us.
It certainly helps, doesn't it? So we'll come back to all of that. There was lots to get in there, but Joel, so look, Doncaster ran them close, didn't they?
Yeah.
Clearly a wonderful competition between sort of local sides, but what went wrong then, if it went right for them?
Well, it's a long haul of a season. It's 18 matches. It starts in October. It runs all the way through to March. So, first half of the season, again, like Nick, a few players away, things happen. I think we were sat around 5th, 6th, middle of the table for that best part of that entire half season, and then we came back after the break, lots less professionals away, so we're able to get consistent team out, and we did that for about 3 or 4 weeks, and all of a sudden we got about 60 points back up the table. We're sitting in 3rd and 4th, and it's kind of a bit of a rat race really at that point in time. The matches become really close, and like Nick said, it came down to the last fixture. So 9 points is not a lot. It's only 3 games of squash across a season. It's a lot. So
give us an idea in terms of volume as to the strength of the league.
Yeah, so it doesn't really get enough credit, I would say. There's a lot of debate around which is the best or the strongest county league in England. I would say Yorkshire's definitely the strongest. Like Nick said, we got people like Nick Matthew who's playing at 2, for the local team. That's just ridiculous. So the depth is all the way down the order. For Doncaster, our team is pretty much full professional every single week. So that's what we have to do as a club. There's not a lot of homegrown talent in Doncaster. The boys that are from Doncaster are sacrificial at 5 and 4 when they play, legends. But yeah, the depth all the way down the order in terms of, or all the way down the table, is very strong. Every team's paying out a lot of money. There's a lot of pros playing. Some big names, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, go on then, name check. You always had a good year.
Yeah.
You wanted to win, it goes without saying. You always had a good year, but who are some of the names then that have performed really well this year?
Well, for me in Doncaster, definitely Brett Shillay. He's a Canadian lad we got from Birmingham. He's I think he's 24 years old. He's about 220 in the world at the moment. He played 9 matches straight for us this half season, which is an entire half season, and he didn't drop a single set. So that's a huge. People like that, they're in the trenches. They're playing 3 and 4 week in, week out, and just picking up points. So players like that don't, not necessarily a big name, not a top ranking, but they're in the trenches getting points for us week in, week out. So you can't get past people like that. But in terms of big names, where Greg Lobbin played for us this season, Greg's a Commonwealth Games bronze medalist for Scotland, 26 in the world, I think. Hopefully I think I've got that right. Yeah, so people like that bring a lot of, a lot of reputation to the club, and it's strong.
Our Scotch players Nick Wall and Joel Arscott with Andy Giddings. Sport Heaven is back this week. We'll be taking your Football Heaven calls tomorrow night from 6 on 0800 111 49 49, and then Sport Heaven as ever from 7 in the week. It's Football Heaven, it's BBC Radio Sheffield. The second half about 3 minutes away now, so let's just get a little bit of reaction from yesterday to the postponed game, that torrential downpour at the New York Stadium that abandoned Rotherham against Cardiff just after half-time, with Cardiff leading by a goal to nil. Miller's boss, Matt Taylor, spoke to Rob Staten.
I don't think I've quite seen a storm like that before, and incredible really that it's ended up with the game being abandoned after 47 minutes.
Yeah, such a strange course of events really, because it wasn't forecasted, or very unexpected. We were inside at half-time. Obviously what we came out to was severe weather conditions, and within 5 minutes of the restart, the referee was right to take the players off the pitch, and then it's a race against time to get the pitch playable, and the players in a good enough condition to get back out onto that surface.
So we saw you come out with the Cardiff manager and the referee, and there was a couple of inspections, it looked like. What were those conversations like? Because up here it kind of looked like, well, just looking at the corner down there, it didn't look playable, but it did seem to take a long time, about 45 minutes for the game to be abandoned.
Yes, look, it was clearly not playable in certain places, more around the outside of the pitch and close to the edges, but there was standing water through the middle as well. So, the first inspection was probably half an hour after the initial abandonment, and then another one 15 minutes later. But the concern was at that point, because 15 minutes had basically passed, is how long do you give it before it does become playable, and the state of the players and any future injuries it might incur from going back out onto the pitch. So there was an understanding that the longer that time period went on, there was less likely the game was going to be played.
How do you feel about it then? I can imagine how they feel about it, because they were winning in the game 1-0. You've got into half time, you've made some changes after a difficult first half. How do you feel about the game being abandoned overall?
Well, there's certain situations you can't control. I was fully concentrated on improving the team, in all honesty, which we had to do. I don't want to be forced into changes, but we had to make a change between 35 and 40 minutes. I've made 2 more at half time, and these were tactical changes really. So I was disappointed we were having to chase the game at that stage due to our own performance, and then you come out and then everything changes. It's very much a case of seeing what the next step is in relation to what you two can do to get the game back on and back playable. Ultimately, the weather is the weather, and we couldn't control that in any way, so that's happened. We've had no control over that. What we can control is the next time we play, our performance levels improve.
How do you get back to levels that you're hoping for then? 'Cause you've got a bit of a break now, bit of time. How can you sort of draw a line under this week and maybe come back stronger?
I think you could probably sense that we'd had a difficult week, especially with the early goal as well. Some nervy moments, some nervy performances. There wasn't much connection on that pitch. Like I say, the lads feel it. And the feeling they had today certainly was that we were behind and it wasn't going our way, and you could see that in our performance. We have to understand that we're in control of our own destiny. I know it's a cheesy line, but we've got to be a bit more up and at them, a bit more oomph. I tried to do that with the changes, but like I said, that team I picked to start the game can perform better than it did. Sometimes you've got to give the opposition credit, of course you do, but can't be short in terms of our connection to the game. It felt we were a little bit away from the game today.
Is confidence low at the moment?
Yes, I think it was clearly low. Collectively on the back of 2 results, which that happens in a championship season, but a few individuals seem a bit shaky with their own game, and then you can become caught in possession, make the wrong decision, not want to go forward and take a safe option. So maybe the little break is what some of them actually need.
And will it help them to get players back as well? When you get back from the break, are you going to have some key players back?
Well, that always helps. That always makes a difference. Important players at that, but the team can still function better than we did in that first half. Like I say, I said on Tuesday that I felt some of the performances out on the pitch showed signs of being bruised from the weekend, and it's almost as if this week's bruised us a little bit in terms of what I saw today. You can never affect what's been and gone. We have to keep attacking what's in front of us, and for whatever reason we weren't quite there today.
That's the Rotherham boss, Matt Taylor. Interviews from all of our games yesterday and Friday night online, bbc.co.uk/Radio Sheffield. The 2 teams are back out here at Bramall Lane. It is level at 1-1. No substitutions at half-time made by either side. Ben Brereton Diaz penalty after 18, equalised by a Sam Gallagher own goal after Max Lowe let fly from 30 yards out. As a second burst of the Greasy Chip Butty song rings out, and again is met by a volley of boos from the away end. It's been a fantastic cup tie so far, and we are underway in the second half with the Blades kicking towards the Kop end. Tommy Doyle with an early run, plays it out to Max Lowe, looks to cut in field, rides one challenge. Here's Sander Berger, Berger to Lowe, and Jai, edge of the area, Lowe in the box. McAtee just had to take aim. It would have been one of the great team goals in the FA Cup competition, but McAtee just couldn't sort his feet out.
He probably couldn't believe what was happening because it came to his left foot, which we all know he loves. Just didn't know he was in two minds, and it popped up. But incredible play, brilliant from Doyle, really clever play from Max Lowe and Njai. Just so unfortunate. What a ball from, he just took a bad touch. So rare from McAtee.
Well, miraculously, we're starting to get replays again, so we'll see whether that continues today. Obviously, in the first half, there was the VAR call, VAR in operation today, that led Tim Robinson, the referee, to have a look at the monitor and give the penalty for a handball against Robinson. They're playing out from the back here, Blackburn. Berger and Njai looking to be smart on it. I'll give you the two sides very shortly. Here's Egan, who will control. Down for Sander Berger. Berger wriggling away from two. Referee says play on. Iliman Njai to the right-hand side. McAtee in the box. Couple of Blackburn shirts by. Bulldog will drive it. Side netting. Fans on the far side thought it was in. Great hit. Brilliant initial work by McAtee and Njai. And Bulldog hits the side netting.
Really good play. Again, the Blades driving forward. Unfortunate from Boulders, did really well to support. Great strike. Just unfortunate he couldn't wrap his right foot round it and pull it across a little more, but really good strike.
So two gone. Blades with Fodringham in goal, Ahmed Hodzic, Egan and Robinson at the back. Robinson on a yellow and probably on a last warning as well. Baldock and Lowe, the two out wide. Doyle holding, Berger and McAtee. And then McBurney and Njai. There's a free kick's given away against Gallagher. Davis, Fleck, Basham, Sharp, Norwood, Koulibaly, Bogle, Arblaster and Jebison the bench for Paul Heckingbottom's side. United looking to take one quickly, but they're going to get told to take it again.
Njai just reinforcing what an absolute star he is, isn't he? He's our star boy, but his performance is scintillating.
Yeah, he's been incredible to watch today. Swansea have just taken the lead at home against Bristol City in the only game in the Championship today. Arsenal Palace is the Premier League match at 2. Here's Egan to the far side. It's missed out there by Ryan Hedges. It's going to go out for a Sheffield United throw. No, it's not. United thought the ball had taken a touch off Hedges, so Blackburn with Pears in goal. Still with the three at the back that they moved to midway through the first half of Rankin, Costello, Carter and Hyam. Hedges and Pickering the two out wide. Travis and Morton. And then Schmodix, Brereton Diaz and Gallagher for Yondal Thomason's side. Doyle. And it's going to be well won here by Sammy Schmodix, the former Peterborough and Colchester man, who works it out to the left-hand side for Brereton Diaz, who's going to look to attack the Sheffield United penalty area. Back heel to the left for Pickering. Pickering dances back in, takes the strike, saved by Fodringham. It's going to come out. Brilliant second save by Wes Fodringham. Back in, still not cleared. Morton over the top of the bar. Well, if Sheffield United do get through today, then Wes Fodringham will have played his part, because that is a brilliant double save. The first one he should have done, really, because it was a central area, but he has got back on his feet and he has got himself out to block from Brereton Diaz.
Absolutely fantastic save. He'll be disappointed with the first one because he pushed it quite into a good area for them, but that second save, his reactions, he didn't just admire his first save, got up and sprung like a cat. Brilliant. Sprung like a cat. Shut up, Carl. Sorry, people. Sorry.
Carlos Arbor, giddy as a schoolboy here on Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. 20 years after appearing in the semi-finals for the Blades, who are looking today to make a 5th semi-final of the FA Cup in 30 years, which is quite a record. Very closely poised though at one apiece 4.5 gone in the second half. Here come Blackburn. There's a slip as it's played near side. Baldock's going to intercept. Brereton Diaz goes in strong. Baldock will leave it for Doyle, who puts it into the path of Anel Ahmedhodzic. Here comes Anel Ahmedhodzic. He is driving forward, the Bosnian, into Njai on the edge of the area. Njai, past 1 and 2, cuts back on himself. Can he get the shot away? Plays it into McAtee. Little flick into the box. Cleared away. Far side by Morton and back to halfway for Robinson.
It's like Njai's playing on fast forward. When the ball's at his feet, he's dribbling so close, but at full pace. Brilliant skills again from him.
Baldock in from the right. McAtee drops and will pick it up and then weaves away from the back hit from Morton. Little back heel trying to bring in Baldock. McAtee on the slide, does ever so well and prods it to Ahmedhodzic, who then goes sliding in, but I think Blackburn will be able to get this one clear. They aim for Schmodics, but it's going to run through to Robinson. Big start to the second half, this for the Blades, Carl.
Yeah, huge atmosphere, and both teams keeping the play going. There's no rolling around feigning injury. They're just battling for this. Real good cup tie, this.
Robinson, edge of the area, McBurney. McBurney tried to cut in field, had an opportunity to shoot. That's why you can hear the frustration of the Sheffield United faithful here at the Lane. It's football heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield, your big match station, the region's #1 for football.
You know, earlier in the season when he was scoring for fun, he would have unleashed there, and that's what confidence does for a striker. Just took the safer option, unfortunately, there.
Well, Ben Brereton Diaz has just put a ball smashed back towards his own goal that eventually Blackburn will get clear here as the sunshine shines brightly once again on this Mothering Sunday. Any Blades fan mum's going to have to wait a little bit if they're not here. Here comes Brereton Diaz in from the left-hand side. Morton across the middle. Ball. It's a nice ball as well. Gallagher and Schmodics were in there. It's going to go out far side, but Blackburn Rovers creating some big opportunities in the game.
Yeah, they're really attacking well. It's end-to-end, but you've got to say they're causing some real problems. The balls they're potting in the box, that's a brilliant ball, that.
Flashed across the 6-yard box. Sheffield United playing it out from the back on the left-hand side with John Egan up towards halfway. 1-1 at the Lane. 7 minutes gone after the break. Extra time and penalties will be used today if they are needed. McBurney, great chest towards Njai on halfway. McAtee is a little bit more advanced. Here's Njai, left-hand side for McBurney, tries to return it. Rankin Costello goes down in a heap as Ryan Hedges will recover the ball far side for Blackburn. The former Red will go into the back line here. Travis back to Hedges far side. Blackburn playing it out from the back. Both teams playing some nice stuff today as Jack Robinson will block off his man and the referee says no free kick.
It's on a knife edge.
Heart in mouth moment again there. I've got to admit that looked like a foul to me, but it wasn't given. Here's Ahmedhodzic. Chris Basham, I'm sure, is just steadily taking off even more items of training wear.
What footwork from Doyle there. That was like a double jointed ankle, the way he manipulated the ball there. Brilliant technique.
He's fed it forward from McBurney, back into Sander Berger, a cluster of blue and white shirts around the red and white Blades. Here's Robinson on the left, Max Lowe. Gallagher goes to pressure Berger. Blackburn pressing well, and they've forced Sheffield United back to halfway with John Egan, who in turn has to go back to Fodringham. Well done by Sam Gallagher, former Southampton man. Well, Sheffield United again here, really well. Looking a little unnerved at the back, but eventually John Egan will bring it out. Big prize on offer here for either side. Remember, the winner goes to Wembley in the semi-final of the FA Cup. John Egan, the ball is swept to him by Fodringham. 9 gone in the second half. It's tight in the first half. The Blades had the majority of the possession, but good chances for either side. Here's Berger, skips infield, goes in on Morton, but then Morton will tackle. Robinson thinks about coming forward and sliding in, but then remembers if he does, he's probably getting sent off.
Yeah,
and holds up well.
There. He was going to go one more, and I think he would have shot. He's trying to manipulate the angle to get a shot off. Oh, well done, Anel's been great.
Yeah, good decision making today from Ahmedhodzic. Baldock now infield to Berger, who picks it up deep. Nice ball into the path of McBurney, midway inside the Blackburn half. McBurney into the box for Njai. Probably the first time today his touch lets him down a little bit. As Ainsley Pears, the former Borough stopper, clears downfield, straight down the throat of Egan, who powers a header forward. Header comes now down near side from Harry Pickering.
I think the ball was too considerate from McBurney. It was very soft, and Njai likes it wrapped in.
McBurney into Njai. Baldock wide right. Travis holds up Njai. Here's McBurney. Njai forward, McAtee's in there, and Njai will pick it up, goes into the area, plays it into Baldock. Baldock will pull it back just beyond Illiman, and Njai picks it up, back out to Max Lowe on the left-hand side into the area, looking for McAtee, who goes down in the box. Thought he might have been clipped there, but now there's a breakaway on for Blackburn. It's a 3-on-3 downfield. Brereton Diaz has it, gives it to the left-hand side here for Gallagher. Berger is back there. Gallagher, edge of the box. Excellent work by Egan, who then gets fouled as he's coming back in the middle. Wonderful tracking back by Paul Heckingbottom's side as the manager applauds his team.
A lot of Blackburn players doubled up, holding their knees. They're putting in an extreme amount of effort to try and keep with our players.
Well, I'll tell you what, that will be a sore one for both Gallagher and for Egan. They'll have a dead leg apiece, I'd have thought, on that coming together on the edge of the box.
Look at them, all the players doubled up.
They are putting some real effort in today. It is no surprise with what's on offer.
Right.
We've had all the conversations recently about League versus Cup and all that kind of stuff. Well, you can't tell any of these players that they don't want to win this game of football, and they don't want a place at Wembley in a showpiece occasion. Well, poor ball out from the pike. Sheffield United get lucky there via Egan. Doyle away.
You've got to be thinking of Jabbo soon. You've got to be thinking of making a change.
Well, there's conversations going on in that Sheffield United dugout. Messrs Leicester, McCall and Heckingbottom and others having a chat down there. Nobody at the minute warming up from a Blades perspective. 11.5 gone after the break. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 0. Adam Oxley and Carla Saba with you at Bramall Lane. Here's Ahmed Hodzic to bring it out. The 4-time winners of the competition against the 6-time winners of the competition. Egan goes down the right-hand side. The ball, well, McBurney looked like he did well there to play the ball off Pickering, but referee's assistant says it goes the way of Blackburn.
Couldn't have been any closer to him, could it? I thought he was going to tap their player on the bum there. It wouldn't have surprised me if he gave him a little pat.
Gallagher holds off Ahmed Hodzic. Egan forward, now Baldock forced to loop the ball forward a bit. There's a ball back pass, and now James McAtee is in. McAtee, it's blocked by Pears. Huge opportunity. The back pass completely missed by the Blackburn defence. McAtee one-on-one. Tried to take it early, kept it low, but Pears stood up strong and gets the block.
Nothing more he would have ever dreamt of. One-on-one in the FA Cup quarter-final in front of the Kop. No, there was no pressure on him. Look at this,
Travis, the skipper
side.
as well. One-on-one, what an opportunity. Pears does brilliantly to block with his right boot. Here come the Blades again from the right-hand side with Baldock. Ahmed Hodzic to the near side. Sander Berger beyond Schmodix. Berger low into the middle. Out as far as the edge of the area here for Ahmed Hodzic, who tries to chip the keeper. That is ambitious from the Bosnian, and it's wide of goal. But Sheffield United are buoyed here. They really should be ahead, Carla Saba.
I just hope they're doing so well and they're having great possession in the right areas. I just hope they don't ruin and miss chances. They've done everything. They pressured the Blackburn defence into an error. That was a huge moment. Sander Berg putting in another really big shift. Last week I was critical of him against Luton. Tuesday he was wonderful, and he's been the same tonight. Today he's been wonderful.
But this is why he frustrates everyone, because you know he's got this type of performance in his locker.
Completely.
And Sheffield United haven't seen that enough this season.
Yeah.
Flick header on from Gallagher. Berger's there. Doyle in. Played back by Travis, who is a lucky boy. Ahmed Hodzic across the near side to block down Schmodix.
Wow.
Schmodix has showed some wonderful feet, and then Cruyff turns away from Baldock. Well, referee Robinson says no free kick. Certainly looked initially like Schmodix had done well, as Illiman and Jai will get blocked down here. He's doing some defensive work for his team as Doyle is rutting in there, Six Nations style with Morton. Here comes Njai forward for the Blades, over halfway. Where have we seen that before against Blackburn this season? Ooh. Here's Egan away. Scored that brilliant goal from his own half in the league game, and then United have lost out in the middle with Doyle. He's played through the middle for Schmodix, who's onside, and Schmodix will turn the ball in.
That'll be VAR.
Schmodix will finish low beyond Fodringham. Jubilant scenes in the away end here at Bramall Lane. United lost out in the middle of the park. Schmodix will get the goal. He scored at Leicester in the last round. He's on the score sheet again, and on the hour mark here at Bramall Lane, it's the visitors who re-establish their lead. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 2.
Let's see. Oh, he's on.
Egan playing him onside. It's a lovely finish by Schmodix, and after James McAtee couldn't finish one-on-one down one hand, Sami Schmodix has done for Blackburn.
Yeah, fantastic finish. Wes got a fingertip, just couldn't get on it. It just gone so dogged in the middle of the park, hadn't it? It got so scrappy, no one could put a foot on it, and they turned it over. What noise from their fans now. Come on, Blades fans.
Still plenty of time left in the game, of course.
Jebbo going to warm up. Doyle Norwood going to warm up.
Norwood and Jebberson go to warm up. Well, you certainly feel like there could well be more goals in the game. Hopefully from a Sheffield United perspective there are. Travis over the top now. Egan there. He who was playing Schmodix onside. Sheffield United defensively and across the midfield just got themselves out of position. Here's Egan. Going to Wembley is the cry from the travelling Rovers fans as Fodringham will get it away. Here's Brereton Diaz. Down the left-hand side looking for the run of Tyler Morton. Berger gets back there, plays it into Fodringham, who hits the ball out at pace. McBurney looked like he was fouled, and Jai is there. Nice work by Carter, but then given away. McBurney is brought down by Carter here. Yellow card will come out for Hayden Carter. A little theatric from McBurney as he went down. Hopefully he's okay. But again, just like the first half, Carlos Albert, Sheffield United have time in the game, just need to settle themselves once again.
Of course, they need a bit of composure. The boys at the back need to calm down. They've started pointing fingers at one another. Got to be calm, got to be collective. Got to play as a group. This is when this team's at its best, when they play as a team. Don't start being individuals.
So Doyle and McAtee over it.
I'd like to see Jebbo come on sooner than later.
I'm sure Paul Eckingbottom will make changes if he needs to. Blades attacking the cop end, looking for a goal to get themselves back in it. Doyle will whip it. It's going to be headed wide by Illiman and Jai. No, it wasn't the best delivery. Unfortunately, it goes well wide of goal, and it's a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers. Blades 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Ainsley Pears taking his time to spot the ball. Half-time in the Championship today. Swansea 1, Bristol City 0. Header forward from Robinson is good. Heim away. McBurney in. Trying to turn away from his man. There's Berger. Now Gallagher, that's lovely, into the right-hand side, looking for Hedges on the run, but Egan gets back there. It was back at pace to West Fodringham, so just clears his lines, and it goes out far side for a Blackburn Rovers throw.
Just under half hour left.
Big puff of the cheeks and exhale there from Carlos Arbor.
Oh, it's such a huge game. But to be fair, they've not left anything so far. They've given everything. They just need to start taking these chances because they're playing so well. They had been.
It will be a real frustration if that's the goal that cost Sheffield United a place in the semi, just because it was some slackness in the middle of the park. Blackburn took advantage really well. Good finish by Schmodix, but it was in United's gift to do better with the ball when they had it. Here's Doyle, forward for McAtee. Touch off here to Berger. Berger to come forward, plays it into the run of Max Lowe in the box. Lowe will go away, Travis will come back and then will look to clear it out. McAtee goes across with him, Travis clears. Robinson, that's an excellent turn away from his man in Gallagher. 25 minutes remaining. Poor ball forward by Tommy Doyle, then a foul by McAtee.
The thing is, with the substitution now, the way the game's panned out and the way Blackburn are playing, they're playing so deep. They're playing a flat line of 5 as deep. You know, as soon as we get possession, they're conceding to the edge of their box. That's going to nullify the area for Jebison. We know he loves to run in behind. It would have, you know, in hindsight, it's easier being up here, but to let Jebbo run in behind at the start of the game, and then times like this when they're playing in front of you, you have a fresh McBurney. But I'd really like to see Jebbo come on and unsettle them as soon as possible.
Doyle across far side now. Morton's there. After a consultation between the referee and the assistant, the throw goes Sheffield United's way after the assistant was initially going to give it for the visitors. Could there be another twist in this 6th FA Cup meeting between the teams? Fodringham, that is a poor kick near side. It's over the top of Baldock, was a little casual there.
He needs to do something. Who's going?
Yeah, Paul Eckingbottom is pointing to the bench here.
Jebbo, come on, Jebbo. Oh, it's
Brothers. Sharp near side. He's going to get the nod to come on, the skipper. Ball down the left-hand side here. Doyle turns around. Hooks it clear. It's out for a throw. Well, if you need a man to get a goal, Billy Sharp has more than most. Got the go-ahead goal against Wrexham in the replay. But I can tell from Carlos Arber's reaction that he'd prefer Daniel Jebison to be coming on.
You know, I love Billy. He's a club legend, goal-scoring legend. Hope he scores the goal. Just didn't see it coming after Jebbo's performance on Tuesday.
Well, it may be a double. We don't know yet because Daniel Jebison is at Fleck and Basham are the two that are warming up down the left. So we will see in a second how many changes. Ollie McBurney looked like he was shoved in the back there and Jai through to McAtee. Those two have played fantastically today. That's nice from McBurney into Sander Berger. Berger with some space to run into. Got an option on the left-hand side here in Low, but Berger sells him short. Going out there is Ryan Hedges.
I did say there's no room in behind, so it stands, you know, put on Billy so he can hold the ball up in front. It does, you know, it's good logic. And Billy, you know, he's a goal. He scores goals.
Berger needs an option here. Finds one in Illiman and Jai. Managed to come up with a moment of cup magic against Spurs to bring Sheffield United through to this game. Can he come up with something again here? Gets the ball back from Baldock. Cuts in field and Jai to the edge of the box for Berger. Berger out of his feet will shoot. Travis with a flying block down. Doyle is in there. Good skills from the Man City loanee. Twists one way and then the other, then goes back to Robinson with a little kind of Maradona-esque spin in the middle. Incredible scenes from Robinson. Sheffield United then trying to bring it forward. Egan has stepped in there. It's out of play near side. Billy Sharp will be coming on.
Jeez, that was like Torval and Dean, that Robbo on halfway line, spinning like that. Incredible confidence.
So a short pause here. Well, Wes Fodringham has actually gone down just outside the box for a little treatment. Adam Davis has got on his feet here to go and warm up a bit, so there might well be something in that. Davis, who played in the first few rounds of the competition, but he has scored hatfuls of goals for Sheffield United, Billy Sharp. He is one shy of 250 career league goals, both for the Blades and others. But I'm sure if he could be the man to get the goal today, it would really add something towards the latter end of his career. The player coming off is Jack Robinson. So Sharp on for Robinson, but it's given Robinson is on a kind of last warning. seems a sensible decision. They'll change the formation a little bit.
Yeah. Well, 4. Yeah. Where they put Nilly? Is he going to go number 10? 2 strikers, Nilly and 10.
So Sharp on for Robinson. They did just announce the attendance after that. We didn't quite hear it. We'll see if they flash it up on the big screen shortly. 25,814.
Ooh.
There looks a lot more, I've got to say.
Looks a lot more.
I mean,
they got the 5 and the 8 the wrong way round.
There's a block on the Kop that's not got a lot near side. They've not sold the back 3 or 4 rows, but yeah, well, there you go. 25,814 is the attendance today.
Auditors will be around here.
Final 20 minutes. Paul Heckingbottom has made his first change of the day, bringing on Sharp, but Doyle's missed the header there. Schmodik's out to the right-hand side. He overhits it for Ryan Hedges, but he will recover it on the right. Hedges comes infield and strikes it low, off the post and wide. How on earth has that stayed out from Ryan Hedges? It rolled across the goal line. He wasn't shut down. He had to be shut down from 18 yards out. It beat Fodringham down to his left. Blackburn probably should have won more than 1 foot inside the semi-final, but it remains 2-1.
Fantastic try. Wes was beaten all ends up. We really need to get some energy going, need to lift it up.
Well, that's a great hit from the former Barnsley man, Max Lowe. Well, he fouled Hedges and he's gone down in a heap, holding his hand. He's got back to his feet as Travis goes on the overlap on the right side. Looks to get a ball in. It's blocked by Doyle. McAtee's there as well. Doyle will clear up to halfway. McBurney will get a flick on in the middle looking for Billy Sharp. Berger and Njai now as the kind of second wave for Sheffield United. Here's Njai.
His control. Ludicrous.
Excellent work by Iliman Njai. Now Ahmed Hodzic forward, strides into the area to the byline from the Bosnian. The tackle comes in from Blackburn. It was well timed, I think. Yeah. Ahmed Hodzic with half an appeal. Yeah, he's done superbly to ghost past 2 or 3, Berger-esque.
Yeah. And then he got anelled with that tackle. That was an anel tackle.
It was a good challenge. Here's Iliman Njai near side. 18 minutes plus stoppages to go at Bramall Lane. At the minute, the Blades are going out at the quarter-final stage. Here's Njai. Wow. That's excellent. Into Baldock. Baldock plays it off his man, hoping for a corner, gets a throw.
What a player, Njai. Just incredible.
Baldock with the throw. Njai short. Wriggles away, gets the look of the bounce away from Sam Gallagher, goes back to halfway for Ahmed Hodzic. Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Sheffield United 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. The last 8 of the world's oldest cup competition, the FA Cup. Brighton Grimsby 2:15, Man United Fulham 4:30, the other quarter-finals. Here's low forward for McBurney. McBurney with the flick on. McAtee was on his heels and the ball's just going to go out of play for a goal kick. They need to try and find a little bit of something else here, Carl.
They need a spark, don't they? They need a spark. Taking away the whip, which was our key to our success in the first half. Lowe and Baldock were doing fantastically well. Now we've gone to a flat 4. That stops that outlet, so we need Sander Berg driving, we need McAtee driving. Quite a strange formation.
Well, it's 4-4-2 with a diamond, isn't it, at the minute?
Yeah, with no whip.
Kick from Pez is headed forward by McBurney. Billy Sharp nearly rolls Carter, but Carter gets the block in. Here's Harry Pickering from a crewman, goes down the left here for Brereton Diaz, who's turned Baldock, and Brereton Diaz will run into the penalty area. Brereton Diaz turns it in the middle, Gallagher outstretched, can't get it. Far side now for Hedges. Hedges back into the mix, looking for Brereton Diaz. Important header by Ahmed Hodzic. Slide in there is by Brereton Diaz. It's out of play for a throw-in, but once again Blackburn Rovers with a really dangerous telling ball across the middle that Gallagher was just a fraction away from turning the ball home.
Fantastic play from Diaz, really out-muscled Boulders, got in, and then once he got into that position, what a ball across the box, brilliant.
Well, ball away downfield. Will Paul Heckingbottom look for further changes? He still has the likes of Fleck, Koulibaly, Bogle, Jefferson, Ollie Norwood. Heim into touch. Brereton Diaz will meet it and just kill a few seconds. Needs the fans as well here, Carl. Everyone's a little bit quiet. It's a one-off. It can go either way. Yep. Everybody needs to pull together right now, and the Blades fans are quiet.
Oh, they heard you. They started their rallying calls.
Egan forward. McAtee, lovely, gets beyond Travis and cuts in field. Now Berger, the space is there in the middle of the park. Berger comes forward, nudges it to his near side for Njai, but puts it just behind him. And it will be intercepted here and cleared downfield by Rankin Costello. Blocked by Ahmed Hodgic, and unfortunately, Carl, a couple of times today around the edge of the box once again. It's just not found that pass, has it? Or sat up just right for the Blades.
There we go. They don't stop driving though. They keep trying. It's just been, as you say, a little bit off in the final third, when to shoot, when to pass.
Here's Njai.
But this boy
weaves away. He's provided some special moments already this season. Ahmed Hodgic, that's good. McAtee, 30 yards from goal into the area. McBurney will shoot! Wide of goal, hits the stanchion. Looks frustrated. It's a good opening though.
Brilliant play from McAtee. Great run from McBurney down the sides. But there, you know, he'll know himself. You've got to go across. Got to go across the face of the goal and hope somebody drags it in. Oh, he sort of sliced it. Yeah, that was a great chance.
But better from United.
Much better. You've got to keep that up. That's the manager cheering him on. Got to keep that up.
Kick here from Ainsley Pears to come. Powered header forward by Egan. And Jai is there, battling away on halfway, but beaten this time. Rankin Costello to the far side for Hedges. Billy Sharp will come through and try and pressurise Pears. His kick goes down the middle and he's met by Ahmed Hodgic. Here's Tommy Doyle. And Jai. Good work into James McAtee. McAtee into the byline. Billy Sharp will hold the ball up. No, just can't get on the end of it. Slightly overhit by James McAtee. They can't get too disheartened here, Carl.
No, I'm a little disappointed that you see Njai dropping so deep. You know, you've got to keep... Oh, actually, the manager's telling him to stay up. It's telling him, because to further away from goal, they're happy. Keep him near goal. He's a threat every time he gets the ball. You want to give him an advantage of being able to get to the target.
A couple of changes coming for Blackburn in a moment. Former Red Callum Britton, Scott Wharton as well, being readied by Yondal Thomason. Champions League winner in his time, in his playing time. Over 100 caps and 50 goals for Denmark. Ball over the top looking for McBurney. Hyam reads it well. Cleared away by Harry Pickering down the left. Ahmed Hodgic with the control. Into Doyle. Out to the right here for Berger, who was straight offside. Spotted early by Carlos Saba.
Just watching the game there. You switch off and then you're not walking back. Easy to do.
So Scott Wharton and Callum Britton coming on. Hedges off. And the other change, we'll see Rankin Costello off as well.
Get Jebo, and I'm disappointed for Jebo after his performance on Tuesday. You know, I know we want to win and everything. I just think his performance, he unsettled. If he can replicate that,
he can unsettle any team. But
he's coming on now. Daniel Jefferson comes back down the line. He's going to get 10 plus stoppages.
Come on. He's been looking lively. He's got a goal in him.
Well, he's already scored in the competition so far, Daniel Jefferson.
Great goal.
Yep.
But on Tuesday, the way he was using his massive frame, it was like he's woke up to, I am huge, I'm strong, and the others are very small compared to me. I want to see him do the same now.
10 goals in the competition for the Blades, 10 different scorers. It was 9 before today, plus an own goal. Here's Ahmed Hodzic out from the back, into Doyle. Needs an option here, Tommy Doyle was pleading with his teammates to give him something. Blades 1, Blackburn 2, football heaven with 10 minutes to go plus stoppages. The Blades need a goal to take it through to extra time, otherwise it's Blackburn who will advance through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Here's Doyle. They're working hard, Blackburn. They've given this a real go today, caused some problems in attack. The Blades have played some lovely stuff, haven't quite managed to turn their possession and nice play into too many brilliant chances, but McAtee's had a couple of one-on-ones as Lowe comes in off the left-hand side. McAtee is there. Lowe gets it in. McBurney with the turn in the area. McBurney can't get it away. He can! He can! Ollie McBurney, the big man for the big occasion. How he wriggled beyond those defenders, I have no clue. Billy Sharp followed it in as well. There's a couple of fans invading the pitch. One is tackled by a steward, but that is a monstrous goal by Ollie McBurney. He puts it in the back of the net. Goal 13 of the season, and Sheffield United have levelled once again. Who's going to make Wembley? Who's going to make the semi? We still don't know. 9 to go. Blades 2, Blackburn 2.
Fantastic ball from Doyle. Incredible from Max Lowe. It looked like he lost it, but the desire to keep it in. Great touch from McBurney, and then what a great clinical strike across the goal with his weaker foot. Perfect striker's goal. Well done, Ollie Mack.
It wasn't the cleanest of strikes. If it was, it might not have gone in, but he won't care a jot.
They do that day in, day out in strength training, scuff them at the far post, and they always nestle. Brilliant from him, but you've got to get the shot off. That was fantastic. Look how much it means to him. What celebration.
Well, Daniel Jefferson, who was probably just about to come on for Ollie McBurney, has put his bib back on for a second. Game on, Carl. 8 minutes to play plus stoppages.
Not disappointed, has it, this? Come on, let's just have a nice little winner for us and nice and calm.
And Jai forward.
Oh, come on.
Ball's going to bounce here. Ahmed Hodzic down. Tommy Doyle does well. Plays it through the legs there as well. And here's Njai, and Sheffield United's tails are up here at the lane. And Njai down the right for the captain, Billy Sharp. Sharp will cross it into the area. Nearly got over the top of Heim at the back. And Jai, great pressing, gets it back to Berger. Berger will look to cut down the right-hand side, dinks it into the air, it's headed up in the air by Water. McBurney's going to go in and challenge with Pears. He's going to foul the keeper, but McBurney is flying now. He thrusts a right arm out of the keeper. You can tell that meant the world to him, Ollie McBurney. He's gone for the ball.
Of course he has.
I mean, it's a robust challenge. He's gone for the ball. Yeah, he's just got his arm on the side of the head of the keeper. It is a foul.
Keeper doesn't want any creases on his lovely pristine top, does he? Well done, Ollie Mack.
Great noise coming from the Kop at Bramall Lane. This is football heaven, and this has been an FA Cup tie that has not disappointed, whichever way it goes now.
Someone to be a hero. Come on, Njai.
Can somebody win it in normal time? Are we going to need extra time? Are we going to need penalties? Just as this tie needed 30 years ago when the Blades beat Blackburn at the quarter-final stage in '93. Mitch Ward was the hero that day with 2 goals. Today, it's an own goal, and it's Ollie McBurney who has written his name into a bit of FA Cup folklore.
Incredible.
Just as he was about to be subbed as well.
Perfect timing.
A little bit of Rose's banter going on now as well, just to add to the mix. Cries of Yorkshire from the Kop end. Touch off by Sharp. We forgot that you were here is the retort from the away end. Here's Lowe forward. Sharp down. Left-hand side here for Njai. He's got Carter with him. Rolls the ball under his studs. Then we'll look to find McBurney. Under-hit the pass. It was set up brilliantly. McBurney had found an excellent pocket of space and Njai through the legs. Here's Lowe off the left-hand side. McBurney on the edge of the area. Looks to feed it through to Lowe. Cleared away by Carter. There's Doyle. Here's Berger. Berger scrapping away. Slide tackle comes in from Doyle. Berger in there again. Is he going to be brought down? No. Stays to his feet. 5.5 to go. Sander Berger, this Rolls Royce of a Norwegian international, will carry it to the near side. Holds it up now. Sheffield United will look to go again. It is breathless stuff at Bramall Lane as George Bullock just goes offside. He's frustrated with himself, but we have one hell of a cup tie on our hands here at the Lane.
Incredible. Illiman's putting in a 10 out of 10 performance. All the boys have lifted their game. They're working so hard. Sander fighting for the ball. Absolutely brilliant. No fans either side can be disappointed with their team. They've both given everything and they've been wonderful.
Well, it's the kind of time when somebody like me comes out with they've been a credit to the Championship, but forget that. This has been a credit to the FA Cup and football. Yeah. This has been a great cup tie. Here's McBurney, back to Njai, slightly undersells it, but McAtee will pick up the play here. Cuts in field, plays it to Berger, who's got Brereton Diaz coming behind him, so told by about 10,000 blades. Baldock over the top looking for the deep cross towards McBurney, but it's cleared away. Low out to the left-hand side. 4 minutes plus stoppages to go. Doyle into the area, high him up into the air. Baldock will look to battle near side. He's going to get on the end of it as well. Needs some support. Sander Berger will come across here. Cop end at Bramall Lane. 2-2 between the Blades and Blackburn. A trip to Wembley on the line. Here's Doyle from distance, 25 yards out, takes it low, Pez down to his left. Couldn't get the full force of the shot behind, but always worth an effort.
Incredible. The boys have really upped it. Last 5 minutes, they're first to all the bat, and in the 50-50s, they're coming on to everything. Really good intensity. Manager looks like he's going to make a change. Tough call.
Well, Jaden Bogle will be coming on in a second.
Will that be for Sander?
Not sure, to be honest. 3.5 to go. Blackburn not out of this either. They've looked dangerous every time they've come forward. Here comes Callum Britton from the right. It's deflected. Wes Fodringham claims on the line for a second there. It looked like he may well have caught it and it could have carried over. But Wes Fodringham, super cool. A little bit too cool at times today. But on that occasion, he was in no doubt, and it is a yard away from the goal line.
Really contrasting styles, isn't it? Our one, we've got loads of passes. Blackburn just break and they go for goal, don't they? It's just two very oh, here we go.
Poor touch by Morton. Here's McAtee driving towards the area. McAtee plays it in, sharp round the back. It's blocked by Morton. It's a corner for the Blades. Oh no, offside flag goes up belatedly against Billy Sharp.
Number 2 is taken.
George Baldock coming off. So a straight swap for the Blades. George Baldock can't quite believe it. Applauds the fans and races off the field. He is somebody that you want in your team. He has rightly got the start in the last couple of games because he's been better than Bogle, but we know the quality that Jaden Bogle possesses. If he can get himself back into the mix here, he's also scored in the competition earlier at Millwall in the 3rd round. And he gets a little taste late on, which could be a couple of minutes, could be 32.
Whoa. But what Jack O'Connell said about him, he said he is the ultimate professional. Everything he does around the club is professional. He's always thinking about improving his performance. And you know, if Jack O'Connell's saying that about him, you know, that's an incredible character to have in your team.
Well, Sheffield United do have the luxury, when everyone's fit, of having their pick of the wing backs. I mean, Enda Stevens, when he's available, is a great option down the left and has done brilliant things for the club. He's not fit at the minute, of course, so Max Lowe getting a prolonged run in the team this season. He's started to show why the Blades brought him in. Sharp, nice little dart on. John Egan forward. Billy Sharp wanted, well, it looked like it may have been a hand there against Scott Wharton. Crossfield ball by Heim is intercepted by Lowe. Up towards halfway, we've hit the final minute of the 90. It's 2-2 here at Bramall Lane. It's a poor ball down the right from Blackburn Rovers. It goes out of the play for a goal kick. As things stand, we are heading to extra time. No replays at this stage of the competition. Both these teams have needed replays to get here. The Blades against Wrexham in that remarkable fourth round tie. Blackburn also in the fourth round needed a replay against Birmingham after winning away at Norwich in the third round and then beating Leicester in the fifth. But Burnley goes down. He's now holding his calf. Fodringham will come out of goal and clear away down the left. It's going to stay in field actually on the far side, and Illiman and Jai's across there now, and he's going to win the ball too, and fairly, says the referee. But Burnley back on his feet. Here comes McAtee. There are players strewn on the field for both sides. McAtee to the byline, cuts back, thinks about the cross. He's going to work it back to Sander Berger. Berger will look to cross in. We haven't seen the board for the additional minutes. Back to Doyle out of his feet! World class! Absolutely world class strike from Tommy Doyle. 30 yards down, top corner, that looks like it's sending Sheffield United to Wembley for a 5th FA Cup semi-final in 30 years. You will not see a better strike from that in the competition this year. Everyone is off the bench for the Blades. The fans have gone wild here at Bramall Lane. They've come from behind twice, and Tommy Doyle has lit up Bramall Lane. Sheffield United 3, Blackburn Rovers 2.
What a strike. As clean as you'll ever see. Slightly off the outside of his foot into the top corner. Worthy of winning any game.
Well, there is a Blackburn player down far side. Credit to Ainsley Pears, who did get a little hand to it, but it was always curling away from him. The Blackburn bench aren't happy, but Tommy Doyle, that is absolutely sensational. Stuart McCall and Paul Heckingbottom, we've just seen the embrace. Listen to that belting around. Well, at the minute, there's 4 minutes added time. There is still a Blackburn player down far side. Basically, in the build-up, Illiman and Jai there's been an altercation with a Blackburn player on the far side where he stuck out his hand a little bit. He seems to have maybe caught the Blackburn player a little bit. The Blackburn bench aren't happy. Change for the Blades. McAtee coming off and Basham coming on for the Blades. So Chris Basham will get some action here. James McAtee embraces Ollie McBurney, gets a pat on the head, a little kiss as well. No indication that the VAR are going to look at that coming together in the build-up to the goal here. So double change for Blackburn. The two people coming on will be Garrett and Dolan. Jake Garrett on, Tyrese Dolan on. Dolan, who did come up with one of the goals at Leicester in the last round. As we all get our breath here, Carlos Arbor. I mean, that is
just incredible.
Lucky to be here to witness that. That was a wonderful strike.
Yeah, just worthy of winning any match. What a performance from the boys. Never stopped. Adversity, gone behind twice. Just fantastic.
Here's Bogle in. Free kick to the Blades at the back. Who knows how well we've played 4 additional minutes to the 45, but we've only really played about a minute of that. Wes Fodringham will take the kick. We've probably got 2.5, 3 minutes still of additional time to go. Wes Fodringham downfield. Ooh. Throw in from the right hand side. Billy Sharp's going to race onto this. Pears has to get there quickly and put it out far side. Here comes Doyle, who steps in with a challenge and just smashes that one into John Street on the far side. It's football heaven. It's BBC Radio Sheffield. The Blades are on the brink of heading to Wembley.
And in what style? You know, what a performance. Everything, it's had everything.
A quite remarkable game of football here at Bramall Lane. Down from Doyle. And Jai over the top. Sharp looked like he was offside far side, but can't bring it down anyway, and the ball will go out for a Blackburn throw. That's 5 additional minutes played. There was a lot of waiting around while there was a bit of treatment for the Blackburn player after the goal. Doyle looking to bring it down. Britton with a high boot there. It's going to be a free kick for Sheffield United on halfway. To a man, woman and child, they are standing on the Cop End at Bramall Lane. We're in the hands of Tim Robinson, the referee. John Egan puts it down the left channel. McBurney is there. He gets a flick on looking for Billy Sharp. Doyle will head forward. A day he will remember for the rest of his life, irrespective of whatever else he does. So will Ollie McBurney, who helps it on. And now Iliman and Jai to the right-hand side. Bogle to seal it. Blocked in the middle. Sat up nicely for Bogle. Excellent work by McBurney and Njai. Sheffield United will get a late throw-in near side. The Blades camped in the Blackburn Rovers end. Into Billy Sharp, who gets 2 arms in the back. Does he get the free kick? It's going to go out, and it is going to be a goal kick to Blackburn Rovers here. 7 minutes of additional time have been played. Only 4 were shown. There was an injury. There cannot be much left at all here. Pears downfield, and Jai will meet it, flying like a salmon to head forward. Billy Sharp's there. He's going to foul his man, according to the referee and his assistant near side. An increasing number of Sheffield United fans stand expectantly here. Pears to take it forward. Maybe one last chance here for Blackburn Rovers. Towards the edge of the area. Egan's going to meet it. It's going to come out for Travis. Played forward, flicked over the top. Lowe's there. Chris Basham will go across far side. Is he going to be fouled in there? It's going to go out for a corner kick off Basham, and there will be time to take this for Blackburn Rovers. We're knocking on 8 minutes of additional time played.
Oh, this is terrible. I've got palpitations here.
It's Morton who's going to go across and take this. Ainsley Pears is going to come forward, the Rovers keeper. Final chance for the men from Lancashire to try and set up extra time and deny the Blades a semi-final spot. Comes in from the right-hand side. McBurney's there to meet the header. Sharp will go across on the edge of the box, and there's the full-time whistle. Sheffield United are heading back to Wembley. They have beaten Blackburn Rovers by 3-2 in a quite astonishing quarter-final in the FA Cup. They've done it the hard way. They've had to come from behind twice, but second-half goals from Ollie McBurney and a world-class strike from Tommy Doyle in the closing stages has taken the Blades through to the Final Four. They join Manchester City and 2 others. They are going back to Wembley, and they are 2 wins away from winning the FA Cup. You can hear what it means around the lane. Blackburn Rovers fans and players are crestfallen, but what a day this has been for Paul Heckingbottom and his side as they fight for promotion and for silverware in the Cup. The Blades are through to the semi-finals, Carlos Arbor.
Incredible. Full credit to every player, the manager, the fans. Just so proud, to be here, to commentate, to watch this unfold. We hoped it would be a good game and both teams would do justify themselves. They were both fantastic. Proud of what Blackburn did, but our boys, to go behind twice, to find the levels, to drag yourselves back into it. And then for Tommy Doyle, as you say, that will live with him forever. I hope his family must be so proud of him. That is a world-class goal in such a huge match. So proud.
To do it in the way that they did, Carl, just makes it even more special. Big credit to Blackburn. They will be crestfallen. They put absolutely everything into this cup tie. They thought it was them that were going through to finally make it to the new Wembley. But the Blades, the performance was excellent and they found a way. And you're just so pleased with those 2 lads in McBurney and Doyle to come up with the goods.
Yeah, and we said before this season they found a way, and that's normally been a scrappy goal or something at the end. This was sheer talent, sheer class. They didn't scrap the way through the match. They outplayed Blackburn for the majority of it, and they stuck to their principles. Manager changed formation. He's much maligned about his substitutions. He was so attacking. He brought on the top goal scorer in the championship, and he's gone for it. And the boys have, they've done him proud. Just so proud of him. To be second in the division and to go on a cup run like this, it's so mentally draining. Top players going through such stuff behind the scenes that we're not even aware of, and they can perform like that. Hats off to them. So proud of every one of them.
And potentially, if they can avoid Man City and Man United, they'll fancy the chances against whoever, but there is a chance here that it could be Brighton or Grimsby, for example.
They're not luck in their way, are they? They're a quality team. They're not out scrapping here and being the underdogs every game. This is a quality team, a quality club, great management. They're fulfilling their potential, and that's all you can ask. They're not underperforming. They're giving all they've got, and you know what I think of them. If they perform to what they can, I feel they can beat anyone in this league. Just brilliant.
The match lived up to expectation, quite simply.
Far exceeded it for me. Everything. When you're and you're playing, you don't take in everything. Like now they'll be seeing it. You don't really notice too much. You just hear walls of sound when you're playing. To actually witness this from here, it's been wonderful for me. And Illiman and Jai, I've got to say, they were a team of brilliant players today, our boys. Illiman and Jai is just Illiman and Joy. That's all I do.
Summarises it well.
He's wonderful and just brilliant.
Carl, as ever, thoroughly appreciate
having me here.
Your time
Honestly.
This afternoon. Get those bags packed for Wembley. What a day it's been here at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United, they've done it the hard way. Their fans are applauding the players off right now. There's wonderful scenes at Bramall Lane, but Sheffield United are through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. They are heading back to Wembley. We'll take your calls at 6 on Monday.
Football Heaven.
BBC Radio Sheffield.